What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the shop. It has been a while since I've been out here. It took me a while to realize I didn't even get a Monsterbass bag for the last month. So I wasn't able to do a video for you guys for the month of October. So I apologize for that. But nonetheless, I've been sitting on this one for quite a while. I just haven't got out here. The laziness of wanting to come out here to the shop to do a video. And again, I apologize, guys. I got to do better. I'm going to do better for you guys, because I love when I do these videos. I love getting feedback from everybody who do watch these videos. I've gotten several questions about my gun stuff, specifically about the Blackhawk, the Nacho belt, which is the elastic cummerbund that velcros around you, and then the Blackhawk stash holster, or any holster that's small enough to fit in that section. If you want to do the appendix carry, it's a very comfortable setup. It's very ideal for the days you go out running and you want to, that peace of mind of carrying a gun, and that allows you to be able to do that very comfortably, but also being able to use the holster that you would normally use on a day when you're out in town. And you also know that when you reholster your gun, you're not trying to fiddle around with any thumb snaps or anything like that. The retention on whatever holster setup you're using is going to retain your gun, and you're not trying to fiddle with anything like that. So I love when I get those kind of questions. I do try to answer them as best as I can. I have answered a few of them. I hope those answers did help those that had questions about it. I also saw comments where people have said after they watched my video on that, and I'll leave it up here so you guys can click on that video and see what I'm talking about. Several people said that after they watched my video, they went on the Blackhawk site and ordered it. So I'll leave that up there, that video. I will leave the link in the description section for blackhawk.com to go on there and get any of your tactical, duty, or concealed carry uses with your firearms. I love Blackhawk stuff. So with that being said, need to turn that on real quick. Okay. Now, like I said, I didn't get a bag last month, so I apologize for that. I will do better. Got to get out that laziness and get out here and do these videos whenever I get my bag. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click on the bell and click all, so every time I put out a video, you guys will be notified about it. If you like the video, smash that thumbs up. Leave me some comments on what you want to see, and if you got questions, leave that as well. I will be honest with you guys, I have not been out fishing, mainly because we've gotten into deer season. I think we're on week 2 of modern gun, so I haven't got a chance to get out there. I am going to try to go Thanksgiving weekend, so I might even try to take my camera stuff out there and try to record while I'm out there. So who knows, we'll see. But by the time this video comes out, there won't be another one. So before I go any further, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope that everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving with friends and family, and realize the blessings that we all have being here, able to celebrate this holiday. Now let us jump into the Monsterbass bag. You guys can tell, and grab one of my old ones from back here. A little bit of a different design. This one is trimmed in blue. This one is trimmed in black. So a little bit different design on the bags, but still the same principles. These bags, you can reuse them. You can make these little to-go bags, or you can do bait specific on these bags. So getting into this, you have your book as always. In these booklets, information from the owner himself, as well as several professional anglers who also partner up with Monsterbass to help us pick the right lures to go in these bags and boxes, because they do have different setups. Bass fishing, pan fishing, crappie fishing, and they put those different lures together. But we partner with the pro anglers to make sure we're putting out the best baits for you guys, so you can have the best fishing experience possible. Oh, they went back to a little bit of an old school style in the book here, down here at the bottom, where it talks about the different structures that you can fish with certain lures, and the rod setups and everything like that. So I really like that. That was a really cool thing, because it helps you take the guesswork out of when you're using these baits. And it looks like it's saying a weighted swim bait. So let me see what we got in here for a weighted swim bait. And I'm going to assume we're talking about this here. This is the Z-Man Hercules swim bait made with Elastec. Z-Man is known for that Elastec. Their baits are real durable. You can use one bait multiple times and never worry about it. So inside of here, this swim bait hook is weighted. You can add a treble hook down here on the bottom. You probably can fish it just like this. You can add a treble hook, or you can add a small blade to add that little extra flash and vibration. Just touching this, I really like the way the paddle tail is. That is a humongous hook. It is a Mustad Ultra Point hook in there. The look of this thing is realistic. 5 inches in length, 5/8 ounces in weight. This color is called Bad Shad. I really like the way that look. This looks amazing. The gear suggested for this looks like a, make sure I get this back in right so that way everything is nice and straight. We have a Lunker Stick M5 MBC. So it looks like maybe a medium heavy rod, fast tip. The line is suggested 12 to 17 pound fluorocarbon with a 7-to-1 gear ratio reel. This lure, you can fish it in water depths 6 to 15 feet. So that weight is going to really get it down there. You fish it through grass, over ledges, brush piles, fish it out in open water, fish it on points and around docks. Don't know how well that will skip with the weight, but if you can pitch that thing along the side of a dock, or if you're able to get your cast low and sail it up under that dock, surely you can get in there to those fish that are hiding up under there. You guys know I love fishing swim baits, so I probably will throw that one quite a bit. Now we're going to talk about square bills. Let me make sure that's the only. Okay, now this one, I'm assuming is a Monsterbass crankbait called Ghost Pro Blue. It's the color. You guys can see that. That's actually a nice looking color there. It's a 2.5 inch, comes in at a ½ ounce, and it dives down to 10 feet deep. So that cannot be a square bill crankbait right there. That dives too deep to be a square bill. Most of your square bills are shallow running. But that is the only crankbait I have in here. But nonetheless, you can fish it through grass, riprap, points, docks, rocks, and trees. 10 to 16 pound fluorocarbon line. This is what I would call that medium slow to medium fast. It says you can either use a 3-to-1 gear ratio reel or 7-to-1 gear ratio reel. A lot of times with crankbaits, I normally like to throw that 5-to-1, just because if you have a faster reel and you're cranking, you're gonna pull that lure back to you before it can actually get down to its effective depth range. So I kind of feel like with that slower gear ratio, you're cranking, but you're not over cranking because you're going to wear yourself out. But as you're cranking, it's going to dive down and get down to that maximum depth, and you're going to be able to fish it in the in that target zone a lot longer than if you burned it in with a faster gear ratio. So be mindful, if you have one of those faster gear ratios, you need to make sure you force yourself to slow down your reel retrieve. Otherwise, you'll pull that lure out of its effective range before you even get it down there. So here we go, where it's saying this was the product testing bait, the Headbanger 10. So yeah, I didn't have a square bill in mind, guys. Okay, so now we're talking jig fishing. So let me see if I've got a jig. Here we go. This is from Three Brothers Baits. It's a Ned jig. So you've got a Ned head, if you guys can see that. It's a Ned head. That's a jig. So nice little wire keeper. 12 to 15 pound fluorocarbon. Fish it on a 7-to-1 gear ratio. Water depth 4 to 12 feet deep. Ledges, brush piles, points, docks, rocks, trees. You're going to throw this thing out there and you're just going to let it fall and get down to the bottom. And then you're going to do a lot of your movement with your rod and not your reel. That high speed reel is to take up that slack, especially if you can get that thing way out there when you cast it and you get a bite. When you feel that bite, since you've got so much line out, you're going to need to reel. And as you do this, okay, depending on which way you're moving with this Ned head, I would probably work this like a football head jig or a Carolina rig and probably sweep more to the side. That way you keep that bottom contact and it's barely just hopping along the bottom. If you're doing that, whenever you go to set the hook, when you feel that bite, you want to reel up the slack, but make sure you bring the rod back out in front as you reel up that slack. So when you go to set the hook, you have the tightest that line can be to get good hook penetration. That is the main thing, is making sure you reel up that slack to get that good hook penetration. Plus, if that fish starts to run and he's coming straight at you, you want to be able to take up that slack to keep your line tight so they don't have any kind of leverage to swing that head and throw that hook out. So make sure you guys do that. Let's see here. This next page here, they're talking about the Monsterbass lunker stick rods. So I don't have any of the lunker sticks. I'm still using my Sixgill stuff. Drop that down below if you guys want to get a hold of it. That color, what did I say? It doesn't have a color on here, but it's a green pumpkin. I can see that much. I would probably take one of these Bass Mooch baits and use this as the trailer for that. Or it's a black and blue color. This would work great on a Ned rig setup, on a spinning reel. You could also put that on maybe a 3/0 hook and fish it Texas rig, or any other jig. You can use this as a trailer. This bait would make a really good trailer or Texas rig. Wow, that's got some good garlic scent to it. I can smell it. Like, there's nothing on the bag that says it, but I can smell it. It smelled amazing. Okay, we have some Jinko Fishing Booty Shaker 5.0 swim baits. I would probably get a jig head and put on there and throw these. Don't really know what size I would get. This color is called Firecracker. You probably could also put one of the belly weighted swim bait hooks on here. Again, with that paddle tail, all you really got to do is throw it out there and then swim it back in. Slow retrieve. Slow to medium retrieve. Let that tail do all the work for you. Get you some good bites. And the last lure that we have here, I'll talk about this real quick. We got some Daiichi bleeding hooks that are red. That red will kind of give off that look of a wounded bait fish. So that would pair up really good with any of your soft plastics that you throw. And then right here, the last bait is a 6 Sense Provoke jerk bait. This is the 106 DD, Deep Diver is what that stands for. Probably goes down, this says 4 to 7 feet. And this color is one of my absolute favorite colors, and I don't care what. So to me, it looks like the sexy shad color, but they call it live shad on here. But that is just awesome. Again, with jerk baits, work your cadence. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Slower weather, like what we've got coming up here pretty soon, that slow weather, 1. And then you just wait. 1. And then you just wait. 1, 2. And then you just wait. In that colder weather, you're trying to make that jerk bait look like a struggling bait fish. It's on that last little piece of life, and it is struggling. And that's why you want to slow down that cadence. In your warmer weather, this thing is very lively. It's got a lot of life in it. That's why you want that cadence to be going faster, because you want that thing to look like a bait fish that is trying to get away from one of those big old bass. So you want to put a little bit more pep in the step. Colder weather, very slow, very sluggish. I'm on that last little bit of life, and you want to slow that cadence down. As always, Monsterbass and stickers, a little bit of a psychedelic look. The old school Monsterbass. And then right here we just got this little card on Grand Bass Fishing Lures. Save $5 on your next order. Use the code grandbass.com GB5, save you $5 on your order. So that is everything that was in November's Monsterbass. Again, guys, I am going to try to get out here and get me a deer, because I love eating deer. I love going hunting. I grew up doing it. My dad started taking me when I was very young. As you get older, certain things in life kind of get in the way, and you kind of put that stuff to the side. I'm trying to get back to it. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in. I do apologize again for my laziness and not getting you guys more videos. I will do better. In the meantime, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash the thumbs up. Share the video. Leave comments. Thank you. God bless. See you all in the great outdoors.